finally the time has come when we only have 3 races to go. But there is so much happening in the last 3 races, there is a lot at stake. And today we're gonna deep dive into the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The glitz, the glamour, the amazing helmets, the very interesting liveries. Oh my god, I love such weekends. Let's start with why is Vegas so important. It's a very crucial race for the Drivers' Championship, a very important race for the Midfield Championship, also for the second Red Bull seat. So first we're going to start with the second Red Bull seat. Because I've made multiple videos on this, I'm going to keep it short. The second Red Bull seat of Formula 1 is a very complicated seat. I mean, we know that Red Bull has Max Verstappen for 2026, but who is going to be driving alongside Max Verstappen? We don't know that. There are 3 drivers available for 3 seats: Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda. Now, Yuki Tsunoda, in my opinion, is doing pretty good at Red Bull. Hear me out. I know that he's not done well, but Yuki Tsunoda is a good driver. If you give him a decent car that suits him, I think he can do a decent performance of at least getting points in the team. I feel that Red Bull in general has gone through so much this year. Like, Christian Horner has been fired. They have a new team principal, Lauren McKees. They had a very shitty car. They are pushing their limits at the end of the season. And they're not developing in 2026 that much right now, because we can see how aggressive they are towards the end of 2025. So honestly, Red Bull is doing too much in the management side. Also in the driver side, we had Liam, who went down to Racing Bulls, Yuki, who has been waiting to come to Red Bull but has had the worst season ever. Oh my god, Red Bull has been a mess. But I feel that 2026 is coming and we have so many changes that are going to happen in the sport itself that changing your driver again would be hard for Red Bull. I can understand a 2026 mid-season swap to get ready for 2027, because of course everything depends on Max Verstappen when it comes to Red Bull, so we're secure there. But changing a driver right now seems a bit off to me personally. But the most concrete rumors about Red Bull is that Isaac Hadjar will be moving to the second seat of Red Bull alongside Max Verstappen, and Liam Lawson is going to be in Racing Bulls alongside Arvid Limbard. Now, Arvid Limbard right now is 7th in the Drivers' Championship in Formula 2, but he has immense support from the Red Bull clan to be racing in Formula 1 in 2026. So it seems like he is going to be with Liam Lawson in Racing Bulls. And what about Yuki Tsunoda? Yuki Tsunoda might have to leave Red Bull, or he's going to be the reserve driver, or he might be the reserve driver with Aston Martin, because Honda really wants a Japanese driver on the grid, and who better than Yuki-san? So trust me guys, there is a lot happening. Let me know who you think is going to be alongside Max Verstappen in the next season. I personally feel it should be Tsunoda, and Racing Bull should have Liam and Isaac, and then change the team if Max Verstappen finally decides to leave Red Bull if the car does not perform in 2026. Formula 1 is becoming very interesting off track. Now, coming to midfield, this year's midfield has been interesting. I mean, I don't even know where to start from. Williams is currently in 5th position, the best they've had since 2017. I mean, Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon have killed it as drivers, and James Vowles has really proved to us that he was not lying when he said that he's trying to build an empire and get Williams back to its glory. I mean, what the hell are they doing? He is working so hard back in England. He's making his team work. If one driver is not performing well, the other driver is killing it. Both the drivers have done a very good job this season, and I think Williams in 5th is the coolest thing ever. Haas and VCAP again have been very cool, because when it comes to VCAP, we have Isaac Hadjar, who has literally killed it, and in Haas we have Ollie Behrman, who has killed it too. Like, these 2 drivers have been monstrous this season. When it comes to VCAP, we have Liam Lawson, who has improved and is helping VCAP and Isaac also actually gain some points to be 6th in the constructors. But when it comes to Haas, I think Ollie is pushing as much as he can, but Ocon is not being able to deliver and help Ollie gain some points for Haas as well. I never knew that I would call Ollie Behrman #1 driver in Haas so fast. I feel that VCAP might remain 6th in the constructors, but Haas is looking strong. If Ocon can do something in the last 3 races, then I won't be surprised if they're giving a very hard time to VCAP. Also, VCAP, this is one of their best performances in the history of Formula 1. So I can understand how badly they won this and probably even won fifth in constructors. I salute Weekab. They have also been through a lot this season with the Red Bull family, but Weekab has really killed it. After that, we have Aston Martin and Sauber. Now, Aston Martin, let's forget Lance Stroll. I mean, what is he doing? Every point that Aston Martin is gaining this season has almost been Alonso. Alonso, we know, is a great driver, but Aston Martin has been a very bad car. But they're still 8th in the constructors, and I think that they might remain there. But let's not forget that right behind them is Sauber, who does not have a very good car, but both the drivers are incredible and have performed very good. They have pushed their limits, and Nico even got a podium. I mean, like, who would have put this in their 2025 bingo card? I did not. So it's been interesting. I think if Gabriel and Nico Hülkenberg actually get some points in the last 3 races, then they might just catch up to Aston Martin. But I don't see Lance helping at all. I don't know why he is in the sport. Maybe Lawrence Stroll needs to take someone else now. It's high time. Sadly, we have Alpine in the last. It's so surprising to think that Alpine is in the last. I mean, Pierre Gasly has performed very well this season. I will not lie about that. He's had some really good moments. But then we have one Mr. Driver who has not performed at all or made even 1 point. I mean, he replaced Jack Doohan because Jack did not make any points in the first 5 races. What about Cola Pinto? How many points has he made throughout the season? So honestly, Alpine, I don't know what the hell you're trying to do, but you really need to do something. Now, why have I stressed so much in the midfield battle of the Las Vegas Grand Prix? Because guys, the higher you finish, the more money you get, and the more money you get goes in the development of the 2026 season. And Williams getting so much money to be reinvested in 2026 is insane. Because honestly, Williams has been vocal about the fact that they are working on their 2026 way more than 2025, which makes sense. McLaren has already won the Constructors' Championship of 2025 season. They have made one of the best cars. It has been flying. Both the drivers have done good in the first and the second half of the season respectively. But McLaren has gotten a lot of money. Surprisingly, at second position, we have Mercedes, and oh my god, Mercedes deserves the second position because honestly, Antonelli and George Russell have been beasts throughout the season. Not throughout the season, because I feel George Russell has been great. I don't like George Russell that much as a person. I mean, who am I to not like him? But as a driver, I think he has killed it. He has shown that he's the #1 driver of Mercedes. He has shown that he is going to be training Kimi Antonelli along with Toto Wolff, and he has schooled Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. So he has been monstrous. I mean, I would love to see a championship battle between George Russell, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. I would love that season. And George Russell has been incredible. Antonelli had a bit of a rocky stuff going on in the mid-season, but guys, he's a rookie, so I guess it's fine. What he did in Brazil, the way he defended and the amount of points he took was very nice. And he has been good in a lot of races as well. So I think Mercedes definitely deserves the second position. In the third position, we have Red Bull. And how has Red Bull been there? I do not get it. Their position only depends on how Max Verstappen performs in the next 3 races, because let's be honest, Yuki Tsunoda is not helping Max at all. So for Red Bull, I have nothing to say because I have spoken so much about Red Bull in general that we all get what Red Bull is going through. And the disaster of the season has been Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari, what have you done? No wins. 7 podiums, all by Charles Leclerc. Y'all have had DNFs, disqualification, double disqualification in China. No race win at all. And wanted to win Constructors in 2025? How? And we all have heard all the disastrous statements that was made by John Algan last Monday about both the Formula 1 drivers, which I have dived deep into a lot. And I don't justify what he said, But I understand why he said what he said. I mean, Charles Leclerc has been very vocal with his manager that he will leave Ferrari in 2027 if the 2026 car is not good. And Lewis Hamilton has been blaming himself, saying sorry and saying that he needs to keep his bosses happy. But he's also been vocal about the fact that the car is not good and the management needs a lot of work. So Alkan, in his statements, has spoken a lot about unity, about building a car, about winning the VEC, about Ferrari engineers doing better. But the car has been shit this season. So Ferrari honestly is a mess right now, and only a miracle can save them in 2025. I mean, I feel that right now Ferrari should stop concentrating on the 2025 season and start working on 2026 already, because 2025 season has been a nightmare for Ferrari. Anyway, Ferrari comes fourth, first, third, last. They are getting all the money anyway. So thanks to Enzo Ferrari for all the master talks in the history of the sport. This is what's happening in the constructors. Now the drivers' championship is crazy. Let's start with Lando Norris. Let's address the elephant in the room. I am not a Lando Norris fan. I am a Max and an Oscar Piastri fan. So you can only imagine what I am going through right now. But Lando Norris has been in the best form ever. What has gotten into him? That man is not making any mistakes. He's getting as many points as he can every weekend. And he is showing the world that he does deserve to be champion, even after all the hate that he is getting. And a lot of hate from me as well on my Instagram, but it is what it is. I'm not his fan. Anyway, if this is the form that Lando Norris keeps for the next 3 races, then I won't be surprised if he's champion maybe by Qatar. I mean, LN1 can be a real thing. And talking about McLaren, what has gotten with Oscar Piastri? When the season started, Oscar Piastri was literally the favorite of the season. He was dominating, he was insane, he was so good on track, he was ruthless, and it felt like nothing matters to him. But since Monza, pressure has gotten into him so bad that he's not being able to perform, not even scoring that many podiums, forget race wins. I have no idea what Oscar Piastri is going through right now, but according to what he's talking about is that pressure has gotten into him, and the swap that happened in Monza and Papaya rules has hurt him and not left his mind, which is kind of impacting his racecraft too. But hey, this is Formula 1. It is about the pressure, it is about the drive, and it is about us. So if Oscar cannot cope with the pressure and all the harassment, if that's the right word, going around him, then maybe he is not ready to be champion. Because let's be honest, Lando has also gotten a lot of hate from many people, especially social media. But he has overcome that. He is being ruthless on track. So maybe he does deserve to be champion. But who I personally feel deserves to be champion this season is Max Verstappen. And it's not because I'm a biased Max Verstappen fan, guys. It's because 2021, I don't want to get into it. 2022, 2023, he had a dominating car. 2024, he scored a lot of points in the first half of the season. That's why he had advantage in the second half of the season, even though Norris was trying to threaten him a little. But 2025 has been such a difficult year for Max Verstappen that honestly, people who didn't even like Max Verstappen as a driver now love him. I think Max actually deserves championship in this season because he has fought and how. And I won't be surprised if he actually even surpasses Oscar Piastri by the end of the season if Oscar Piastri does not change things, which he needs to by Vegas. So, oh my god, there is a lot happening. Vegas is a very important weekend for literally every team and a lot of drivers. Let me know what are your predictions in the comments below. I'm going to tell you mine. I think Mercedes is going to perform very well because it is cold in Vegas, and last year Mercedes had great form in Vegas. They have always been good in cold weather. So Mercedes could take advantage, but because the other teams have also understood where they're struggling in cold weather, maybe they will come prepared. So I feel Mercedes is going to do well, Max Verstappen is going to do well, Lando Norris and McLaren in general should probably do well as well. Ferrari, I'm not very sure. After everything that happened last weekend with John Alcon's statements, I think it can either make or break the team. There is a lot happening. But I am super excited to see Haas and Williams also. Let me know some of your boldest predictions in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching the video. I am aiming for 3,000 subscribers by the end of the season. We are currently at 2,800. I am working so hard to build my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It's really going to help me build my own career as well. It's a humble request. And yeah, bye bye.